Hello dear friends, today, we will enter a space filled with emotions, where there are only three people, but there is a sea of love. Alex, a young man with a steadfast heart, decided to hold his wedding at the small farm, where love began. Despite facing fierce opposition from his mother, he still believes that true love will overcome all challenges. That wedding, although simple, without guests, not luxurious, but contains the most sacred things. Can this small wedding with only three people take place to celebrate the happiness they have long awaited? Secrets and surprises filled with emotions will be revealed in this chapter, and you will not be able to take your eyes off. Join us to experience moments filled with emotions and curiosity. Sang SNM, Alex G. Hung, Terchexiake, Hang Fukian, Long An He Tran, NGPCMZFC. Homne law MTNGCC byte, MTNG ma na sen lam MGB kota kota G2 nen, MTK miam tu hut VG cho tu na vive contri na Henry, N have CM nen arki nop GPCA tritim mkin VA hop, VHN fuck homne law inge trungji, VHN muan MG, the phi that hone HO Alex chamcha, chenting bang ho, togin at nungoa hanzan lane v nanoki akyang tim not. An hang kang, tu Dutch Vian kang jiao, cho, ai cook, boi vvina, k kang, che la trong tri, ma la lui ha dan chogi, an uva Henry, cuba mt tugi ma, an u thong na con ruat, cam chen, con ko the goinung bang han ne, jupta ggc kang, Alex na nung hai, mtn kuji hyan, tran kuin, mt ki, an han non the nung bang han ji rak art. The gentle morning passed peacefully, when Alex returned from the flower shop with a large bouquet of flowers in his hand. The sweet scent of roses and lavender filled the small wooden house. He placed the fresh flowers on the table, white roses and purple lavender, carefully selected from the small flower shop down the street. In his hand was an old cloth box. Inside was a pure white wedding dress. Tuna, who was busy putting Henry to sleep, turned around and was slightly startled. She looked at the dress, something she had hidden in the closet for months. Like a dream she had not dared to open. "What are you taking it out for?" Tuna asked, her voice trembling slightly. Alex approached, his eyes shining with gentleness and determination. "Because I think it's time for us to stop being afraid. I don't want to wait any longer. Do you want to marry me, right here?" The room suddenly fell silent. Henry breathed softly in his sleep, and on the porch, the gentle wind shook the flowers he had brought back. Tuna looked at Alex for a long time. Over the past month, they had overcome the scrutinizing looks, the objections, and the nameless worries. She had been afraid that if they got married without the blessing, their love would be fragile. But now, when she saw his eyes, she suddenly understood. Love is only truly great when you dare to live for it. She smiled slightly, tears welling up. "Are you sure? Just the three of us? No friends, no relatives?" Alex held her hand, his voice warm. "I have never been so sure about anything. I don't need a lavish wedding. I don't need anyone's recognition. I just need you and Henry. We will write our own happy day." That sentence made Tuna's heart burst. She nodded, tears mixed with smiles. The two of them sat down at the wooden table, together planning their own small ceremony. Alex said he would use the bouquets of flowers he brought back to decorate the house, and Tuna will cook a warm dinner. No party, just a real family meal. Henry moved slightly, smiling innocently, as if in agreement. Looking at his son, Tuna whispered, "You will be a witness to the day your parents start over." Alex smiled, reaching out to stroke her hair. The two sat silently for a long time. The morning sunlight filtering through the window shining on their faces to people who had been hurt, now finding faith in the simplest love. That night, the space seemed to be woven with silence. The moonlight fell on the field, shining through the window, covering Tuna's face with a soft light. Alex sat opposite her, admiring her in her wedding dress, his heart filled with an indescribable emotion. He used to think happiness was a luxury, but now, just seeing her sitting there, he felt all the pain of the past gradually disappear. Tana bowed her head slightly, her hand gently stroking the wineglass, her heart trembling with emotion. Since falling in love with Alex, she had spent many nights worrying about the eyes of the world, worrying about his mother's disapproval, worrying about the uncertain future. But tonight, in this small house, she felt an unprecedented peace. She realized, love does not need recognition, but only trust. Alex looked into her eyes, seeing all the moments they had gone through. The tears, the awkward hugs, the times they almost left each other. He didn't speak, just smiled, his hand gently holding hers. The touch was light, but deep to the heart. "You know," he said softly, "I was afraid that our love would be buried by prejudice, but you taught me that love is not to prove, but to live truly." Tuna looked up, her eyes wet. "I also wanted to run away, but every time I saw you holding the baby, I knew that was where I belonged." Outside, the wind blew gently. The sound of Henry moving in the cradle made them both smile. Their eyes met, no longer confused as before, only gentle, deep love. In that moment, no wedding ring, no ceremony needed. They had belonged to each other for a long time. It was just that today, they dared to call it by name. Alex reached out to wipe the tears from Tuna's cheeks, softly saying, "Today, no one blessed us, but I believe the sky is smiling." She leaned her head on his shoulder. Outside, the moon was shining brightly, as if it was protecting her. And in the small house, two hearts that had been hurt now beat together, peaceful, sincere, without needing to prove anything more. Finally, they were able to have a perfect wedding, even though they didn't receive anyone's blessing. Just the three of them was enough. The next morning, Alex woke up early, preparing everything quietly so Tuna and Henry wouldn't wake up. When they both woke up, he smiled. "Let's go out today, a family day." Tuna was a little surprised, then smiled gently. She wore a simple dress, holding Henry in her arms, her eyes filled with happiness. The town streets were busier than usual today. Small shops were wide open. Children were playing on the sidewalks. The wind blew through the rustling trees. Alex walked beside Tuna, occasionally stopping to point out the windows he had painted, the streets where they had lost each other in the crowd. Tuna listened, smiled, a strange feeling rising in her heart, as if all the old wounds were gradually healing. They stopped at a small cafe. Tuna held Henry, watching him sleep soundly in her arms, while Alex quietly watched the two of them. He realized that happiness sometimes doesn't need big things, just a peaceful morning, a smile, and the person you love sitting next to you. The three of them walked along the riverside street, where the sunlight reflected on the sparkling water. Tuna said softly, "I was afraid that this world wouldn't accept us." Alex took her hand and squeezed it gently. "I don't need the whole world, I just need you and the baby." Henry laughed in his mother's arms, his bright eyes as clear as the sky. The child's laughter mixed with the sound of the wind, making that moment complete. Tuna leaned his head on Alex's shoulder and said softly, "If possible, I want this day to last forever." Alex didn't answer, just squeezed her hand tightly. In the early morning sunlight, they continued walking, three small people, in the middle of a vast life. But in their hearts, the world was full.
Cậu bảo